Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, students. CA11 students, this is another tutorial for explaining Module 3. Unlike Module 2, Module 3 is going to be divided into several videos. It's not going to be in one video as the topic says here is a bit more than Module 2. So we are going to start with the first topic in Module 3 that we already explained in Module 2 basically in concisely, which is the Boolean values. So if I opened this time just because I want to show you that you need to go to your NetAcad account, access the modules that you have, and then you need to start study because we are going to have 1, 2, 3, and 4 okay with us this semester. We are going to next. So basically, what is the Boolean variables? Boolean variables, let me just close this. Don't need to save it. No need to save. Boolean variables means we have either true or false. So we are going to have a logical expression and then the result is going to be either true or false. When we say 1 greater than 2, this is going to be false. So when we say 10 less than 200, this is going to be true, and so on. Okay, so this is basically what Boolean expressions are, or Boolean values are. They are either true or false. You can check this. This is going to be true because 2 equals true, and this is going to be true as well, and this is going to be false because 1 does not equal 2. So you can in the NetAcad account in here you can try or test your skills in here. So as you remember before, we could say print 1 equal 34, for example, and this is going to be the result, false, as I said. And when we say 110 is less than 34, the result is going to be true. Okay, so you have to read everything here. Okay, but you cannot say x equals 24 because this is going to generate an error, because this operator here is not assignment operator, it is an equality operator. You cannot assign a value using this, so this is going to generate an error, as you can see. Again, I'm not going to go through the whole module next, but at the beginning, just to show you, and this is very important, you remember I told you at the beginning in module 2 when we started talking about operators that this list is going to expand as we go. And you see here, so still the unary is the highest priority, and then the power, and then multiplication, division, integer division, and remainder, modulus, then plus, subtraction, and addition and subtraction. And after that, it's going to be the less than or equal, greater than or equal, and the equality and not equality operators. So less than and greater than have or has higher priority than equality and not equality. Okay, keep this in mind. You have to remember this table all the time. Okay, in my previous online sessions, some students just ask, what do you mean by solving the lab? So you see here you have labs. You need to read the lab, solve it, and try it on the test data you have here. So please, you need to solve all the labs, okay? Or at least as many as you can. When you go to your contents, you see you have many labs basically you can work with. Okay, so I guess you have any more time than before right now because of the break, so you might want to use or to solve the labs if you want to increase your skills and to make sure that you get all the topics and you understand them very well. We're not going to go through the labs right now. So after talking about Boolean values, we are going to talk about the second topic of this module, which is very important, which is going to be the main thing in this video basically, which is going to be the let me just make this clear. It's going to be the conditional sorry statements. Okay, conditional statements, which I mean by if statement. Okay, so as usual, the most important thing in any topic that you understand the syntax of this topic. Sorry, in case of any instruction, you need to understand the syntax of the instruction. So how do you write if statement in Python? You write if, then condition, or let's be more general, it's a logical expression, and then colon, and then we press enter, and then you press tab. You can press spaces, but one space more or less gonna generate a syntax error. Here you're gonna write a statement or statements. You can write one instruction or one statement or more than one statement. This tab will tell Python that this statement or these statements are related to if statement. If you remove the tab and start by writing print like this, the print will not be related to if statement. It's going to be executed anyway. So what does it mean, statement related to if statement? Oh, this relates to that. We said if logical expression, and as you know, logical expression returns true or false. So if the result is true, this statement will be executed. If the result is false, this statement will not be executed, will be ignored. And I'm going to show you what do I mean. So I will open this file here. I will save it again in my folder, Python exercises. If, I'm going to say if else statements, just a file name, you can name it anything you want. So I'm going to start by doing this example. X equals integer. I'm going to input. Okay, please enter a value. We close. Control C, Control V, and I'm going to ask the user to enter another value, and I will type the following: if x greater than y. You don't need to put spaces again. This is something that I get used to do when I was a student. Then you see by default the Python editor or interpreter keeps a tab. What if x greater than y? I'm gonna just print a statement. Print. I'm gonna write inside if. Okay, it could be any statement basically. It could be another if statement if you want. And after that, I'm gonna write print the rest of the program. Okay, so basically based on the syntax, if x is greater than y, if the result of this expression is true, this print will be executed. If the result is false, this print will not be executed. This print will be executed either ways, whether it's true or false, because it's not related to the print, to the if, sorry, it's not related to the if because there is no tab before it, you see? Since there is no tab, then this is not related to the if statement. Let us run and check. Yes, I want to save. Enter a value. I'm going to enter a value which is 19, any value. I'm going to make sure that this is going to be true at the beginning. The y value is going to be 24, and then enter. You see, sorry, I wrote 24, so you see the print the rest of the program only. There is no inside if because this returns false because 19 is not greater than y. Let us try it again. Sorry, let us try it again. I'm gonna write 10, and then the other one is 5. Since 10 is greater than 5, it's gonna be inside if plus the rest of the program. So it's very straightforward. If the condition is true, you execute this. If the condition is false, you don't execute it, and you directly continue with the rest of your program. So what if we have more than one statement? Is it going to be okay? Yes, you can have as many statements as you want, basically. Okay, and I'm going to execute again. The value is whatever, and you see too many if statements. What if I add a tab to the print the rest of the program? In this case, the rest of the program will be executed also if x is greater than y. I'm gonna run and see. You see here, I'm gonna just enter whatever number, big number, and then they're gonna be executed. Now we have to try the other way. When we have a small value and a larger value, nothing is going to be printed because now this print has tab before it, so it's not the rest of the program, it is related to if statement. Okay, so basically this is how if works. So let me try to draw it for you. I'm gonna I'm gonna go to the paint again. Okay, and I will draw this shape here. Okay, let me draw this, and okay, this is going to be the if statement. So this is too big. Let's remember the last one that we did. If, it's all small letter, let's just make it large, so fine with us. Okay, so this is if statement. Let me just center it here in the middle. So now we're going to go to the brush. If statement true, if if statement is true, you see T, then we're going to execute a statement. If it's false, we are not going to execute the statement, and we are going to continue with the rest of the program. I'm going to write here rest. Let me make it smaller. Okay, of program. Okay, so this is the rest of the program. For I'm sorry about my drawings. I'm not very good in drawing using mouse. I need a stylus to draw better. And here it could be any statement. Statement, as I said, or statements. And eventually, after the if statement ends, you're going to go to the rest of the program again. Okay, so these are the arrows. So this is basically, you can find a better drawings in Google, basically, Google Images. Let me show you an image. For example, copy image. I'm going to show you a paste image here. You see, and this is what the quality is not that good, basically, of the image. So let's just make it smaller. So you see the test expression. If it's false, we are going directly to here. Well, if it's true, it's going to be the body of if. So the expression is related to if, something similar to this. Okay, I'm going to delete it. Okay, so if the if is true, you're going to execute something that relates to if, then continue with the program. If it's false, we are going to ignore this and continue to the program. Okay, so this is what this is how if statement works. Now, this is if statements. Basically, we have if, and we have if-else statement, which means if the condition is true, we are going to do something. If the statement is false, we are going to do something else. Okay, so how we are going to do this? So I will go back to the same example I have. I'm not going to write inside if. I'm going to write x greater than y. This is what we are going to print. This is if. Let me delete all these things, and this is the rest of the program. So the syntax, as we said, it's going to be if condition. If the condition is true, we are going to execute this. If the condition is false, what we're going to do? We are going to write else. You should not leave tab, because if you leave tab or spaces, this is going to be related to if, and this is going to generate an error because else cannot present by itself. It should be with an if. So sorry, we are going to go here. So you see else again. else print, we are going to write y greater than x. So in this case we have two statements basically. If x greater than y, we are going to have a statement, else we are going to have another statement. So if the condition is true, we run something. If the condition is false, we run something else. Okay, so as I told you, I'm going to use PowerPoint maybe next time to draw the figures, but for now let's try this. Let's just give it a execute it now. Okay, I have a problem here. Why? Because I forget to close the parenthesis. Sorry about that. Now enter the value of x. I'm going to enter x10. I'm going to make x greater than at the beginning, y5. It's going to be x greater than y, and then rest of the programs. Okay, this is first scenario. Second scenario, if x is less than y, I'm going to write 10, and y is going to be 20. As you can see, y greater than x, and in both cases you saw the rest of the program, because this will be executed after these statements, after if-else statement. So whether it's true or false. So now if it's true, you run this, otherwise you run this. Okay, now let's try another case. What if both values are 10? It's going to be y greater than x. Why? Because x is not greater than y, right? 10 is not greater than 10, so the result is going to be false. False is going to be this statement. False, it means going to the else. True, it means going to here. Okay, if there is no else, true, you run this, false, you ignore this and continue the program. Remember this. Very important point that you need to remember: else can't present alone. You can say it. You must have if with the else. If you have else without if, this is going to generate an error. So what does it mean? So what if, as I told you at the beginning, you make or you write the else like that? It means that these statements, all of them are going to be related to if, right? So let me execute and see what's going to be the result. You see, you cannot execute at the beginning because this is invalid syntax. From Python will not enables you even to run the application, because you cannot have else like that. You have to if with it. Okay, and again, one more time, how Python knows that a statement is related to if a statement related to else or not, based on the tab. Some languages like C, C++, they use braces. Okay, so for example, you do like this in C++. If, let's say, condition, there is no colon, then anything between these braces is going to be related to if, and anything between these braces is going to be related to else. But Python is not like this. Python, you just need to leave a tab before the statements that are related to if. Okay, and this is very important. You should not forget about that. Okay, anyway, this expression could be compound expression. You can have more than one conditional statement. You can have more complex conditional statements, but we are just starting this or making this as the first example. It should be simple, it should be easy, so you will not get confused. Okay, what if I want to have more than one condition? So like your grade, if it's between 9 and 10, then there's going to be something. Between 8 and 9, there's going to be something else, and so on and so on. Okay, in this case, what if I want to have the third case? If x greater than y, else if x less than y, else x equals y. So three cases. If else give me the possibility to have two cases only. What if I need more? What should I use? You should use if else statement. If else like this. So if else if and so on. At the end, you will have else. Okay, in Python it's not else if, it is LF. It is LF. This is the syntax of it. Okay, it's a bit different from other programming languages, but this is how you should write it in Python. Again, colon, 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 and colon, and the statements following it, it's going to be a tab. Okay, command, no, it's not command, basically it's a statement. Control C, this is going to be Control V, and this is going to be Control V. It could be more than one statement. Basically, since you have an else, you must have a statement as well. If you don't want else, don't have it, up to you. Okay, now let's try it for this example. So if x greater than y, this is going to be print x greater than y. LF, I have to have a condition because we have an if. With else we have no condition. LF x less than y, then we are going to have y greater than x. And now the else is going to be the third case, which is they are equals. So print what I'm going to write here, x equals y. Okay, so now let us try it and see. I will run first scenario 1 1. Sorry, this is the third scenario. It jumps directly to the else. You see, this is false, we jump to this. This is false, we jump to the else directly and execute it. Okay, so it's going to be x equals y. So this is how it's going to be. If this is true, we execute and continue. I'll exit the if statement fully. When you get true directly, you exit. Okay, so true, we're going to execute this. Else, we're going to go to the next LF, or we are going to go to the else, or we quit. Okay, so it's always if true, execute, false, no execution. Okay, so let's try all the cases. I will write here x greater than y. You see, x greater than y. One more time, run. X less than y. It's going to be x less than y, or y greater than x. It's going to be the third scenario. So we have three cases here. So this was if, else if, else statement. If you go back here, you're going to have a detailed explanation about all of them. You see, you have the if statement, you have the if-else statement, as we told you, and you have the elif statement. You see, if, elif, elif, as much as you want. Okay, and basically you can have nested if-else statements, or as I said basically earlier, here you can put another if statement if you want. Okay, it's okay, and you can have nested ifs, if inside another if, inside another if, inside another if, and you're gonna have examples on that here. Okay, and next you have several examples you need to read and study. Okay, and that's it. This is basically was the conditional statements, and I guess here we are going to start with the loops. Okay, we have two labs here. They are all of them easy to medium, and these are key takeaways. This is very important, and these types are very important. I'm going to guide you through it. You have the equality operator, you have the non-equality operator, or not equal operator, greater than, less, greater than or equal, less than or equal. This is how you write it here. And the if statements, you can have more than one if for sure. True, you execute this and you continue checking this. True, execute. False, ignore, and so on. And here you have if else. True, you execute. False, you jump to the else and execute. Okay, and you have the if else statement, if, and then if, elif, elif, elif. That's it. When you have an if and you have another if, so this if is a single statement, and this if is a single statement, because elif is related to this if. Okay, you cannot write it by yourself, you cannot by itself, sorry, you cannot write LF directly, you should write F before it. Okay, and here the nested if statements that I told you, you can do it. Okay, most importantly you have to do these exercises. Okay, we might do one or two of these exercises with you in the online sessions. Then again, continuing with the takeaways, you have to see, solve it, then you check, because if you check directly you're not going to understand, it's not going to be very useful for you to see the solution directly. You have to try to solve it yourself and then do it, because these are exercises. You have plenty of exercises in this. Okay, and now the looping using while statement, and here we stop with this video, and we see you in the next video inshallah. As I said, there's going to be several videos for module 3. It's not a single one, a single video, so you can focus on certain topics. See you later. مع السلامة.